everybody, and happy Thursday. Thursday. Alrighty. So I thought I would have um, some pop-up sprints. Anyway, let me properly introduce myself. Hello, I'm Heather. I'm Heather Dewey Pettit, and I am a author, editor, and artist. And I often say what ties all three of those things together is my love of fantasy and science fiction. So I hope everyone is doing well. And so I thought because I had some time to myself and I was feeling all right, I would have some pop-up sprints. So I will be getting that started in just a moment. So let's see. I could also also begin with a little bit of news. I did have plans to start my new podcast season last week, but I've had some technical issues, which should be resolved for the most part. And they should definitely be resolved by the weekend, as I am getting some replacement equipment. So there's that, and yeah. So let's see. And other news would include things like plans for the rest of the quarter, this month, the quarter, and other upcoming things. Oh yes. Also, apologies in case you hear the neighbor's kid running around having the zoomies before bed. But let's see. Let's see. But let me backtrack a little bit and say that I'm getting excited for next week to actually start the podcast because I have a friend coming on. His name is Dean Dreyer, and he is a first-time author, and I'm really looking forward to interviewing him next week. So there's that. That's like immediate stuff, immediate news. And I can link that below in the description and possibly in the chat. So anyway, I have other upcoming guests that I'm really looking forward to talking to. Multiple guests. I'm really excited that I already have some other folks lined up, and also the last Thursday of the month was actually open. I was going to do something else, but I'm going to have my first scheduled guests come on that day, on the 30th, and I'm getting that all finished up and rescheduled so that everything's ready. I believe that's going to be, might be one thing I do tonight. But at any rate, so I have two guests coming, and their names are Elizabeth Schechter and, oops, wait a minute, Jen, also known as J.B. Caine, Caine. And I am very lucky to have read a book of theirs each. So that's nice. And that's all pretty much squared away. Other things happening include I am, let's see. Well, number one, I am changing my branding. And so I have an artist working on that, working really hard, and I saw an update to that just a little bit ago. So, it's I promise it'll be writerly and SFF. involved in the branding, let's just say. So let's see. Other things also include other news. Also includes includes editing, finishing up. I hope finishing up editing of my nonfiction book, the Fairy Glossary and Guide for Writers, and so that is my nonfiction book. And then I'm hoping to my current plan is to wrap that up in April and get everything set to go in May and to publish in June. That is my current plan, barring life happening. So that's the plan for that. And so, hi, Rachel. By the way, this lovely person here is working on her newsletter. Awesome. Thank you for coming, Rachel. Also, I am the lucky recipient of a large, oh, sorry, 1 second, of a large amount of her works that I won, and I don't remember what exactly that promo was, but essentially I won that. So yeah, I've already dipped into it a bit. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. So anyway, yeah, other branding. So anyway, some branding things are happening as well. So lots of fun stuff's coming, promise. I have a website coming along as well. So there's that. Having to mostly to promote my my author services. But I will also hope to be having some other things on there and link to my Substack and all that stuff. So yeah, if anybody has any questions for me and you are watching live, you can pop them in the chat if you'd like, or if you're watching the replay, thank you very much, by the way. If you are, please feel free to comment, like, and all that stuff. I really appreciate it. As I do have plans to grow my channel in the quarter, and beyond. Let's say this. All right. Well, I'm going to see how I can share using the equipment that I currently have. So I will be looking into that. But before I do that, let's see. Before I do that, oh no, I lost my train of thought. Before I do that, I just wanted to let you guys know, that we'll start, let's just go ahead and start at 1/4 hour. That way it's easy to have a time frame. And I'll start with a 30-minute warm-up sprint, and then we'll go to 40, just like I used to do, right? Alrighty, well, let's see what else. That is pretty much it that I wanted to, that I did want to mention for my news. And again, this is just a pop-up, so I didn't have a whole lot planned to promote or anything. So this is mostly for you guys, for my subscribers. Thank you very much. To have a source of writing time, carved out writing time. And, as that basically started my channel, that's not going away. So I will be doing this. And actually, that was my original plan for the 30th, is to offer sprints. on the on an extra um, Thursday of possible extra Thursday of the month. So since that has been taken, I've sort of reworked my plan, um, and I'm just filling in on any opposite Thursdays of the live podcast. So that's my current plan, and possibly working in some Tuesdays. We'll see how that goes. So, um, and we have 2 more minutes until quarter after the hour. Um, let's see. So yeah. So I'll this first sprint I will be doing some breathing. We can also breathe before we get started. Maybe that's a good idea. Just kind of take a deep breath and we're going to focus on some creativity, whatever that may be. Also, remember to take care of yourselves and do whatever you need to do, whatever that is. And if you've been working and haven't taken a break, please take one. And do whatever you need to do for those breaks. And whatever that may be, if you've been working a while and you are able, getting up and walking around can be very helpful before I get started again. Alrighty. I will see you guys in 30 minutes at quarter till. Happy writing. Alrighty. Sorry, I missed the missed that it was a quarter after. Anyway, um, I'm wondering how did folks do if you were in the chat. Um, I yes, I was working on some in-stream branding as well as writing some notes down and just a couple other things I needed to do. Hello, hello, Miss Devin Gambrell. Hello. Apologies for the lighting. I was trying to fix something and it didn't work. And we also have Angelique. Hello. Yeah, that's really distracting me now. Devin won't be doing much of anything, just playing up a game to relax. There you go. You know, that was a little bit of what I've been doing as well. Because I did have some relaxed time today earlier, but I had lunch with a friend, but and then I was luckily able to take a nap this afternoon. But resting is essential for me today because I did have the beginnings of a migraine this morning. So I think I've gotten rid of it. Yay. Excuse me. Angelique, I'm trudging my way through, excuse me, Scrivener. Apologies. So sorry. Just installed and working on the tutorial stuff. I think you'll find Scrivener pretty, what's what I'm looking for? Anyway, it's pretty easy to use. I found it pretty easy to use. I'm not using it at the moment, but I would like to get to it because I found it just very you know, visual for me, at least at the time when I got it, and I really enjoyed using it. But there's some things I want to get to. So, but I hope you're doing well, Devin and Angelique. Yeah, that is really blown out. I will fix that momentarily. I was just trying to work on my lighting situation a little bit. So yeah, and be working in my planner and this next sprint, which I will start no later than the top of the hour, but I think I might just go ahead and start at 10 till. And like I said, then it'll be a 40-minute sprint. Yeah, I don't like this angle, but again, I'm still on my iPad and looking to make some changes. So I think I'll get it pretty quick. So a massive tutorial. Yeah. Yeah, just take it bit by bit, you know. That's always a good way to go, and just take it in chunks. But it's pretty. Oh, I almost had, I almost had the word I was looking for. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to be getting into my planners and also just kind of finalizing my new streaming setup. It's been a hot minute since I've streamed, so I'm trying to work out some bugs and camera angles and such. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started again. Please do whatever you need to do for yourselves, though, guys. But there's some things I need to do, and some relaxing too. All right, I'll be back at 10 till the next hour. There we go. In 40 minutes. Is that correct? I think I'm saying that correct. 40 minutes. Alrighty. How did everybody do? I worked a lot in my writing notebook slash planner or tracker, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of all in one. Um, so I did that a lot. I just created a to-do list and a to-done list, things I've already done. But sometimes that's very helpful for the dopamine hit, right? and and I did a couple of things on my list. I was in DMs um, uh, with a guest, an upcoming guest, and for the podcast, and checked in with folks. And let's see. And and I also looked at my scene cards, not only scenes, of course, it's a nonfiction book that I'm editing, but so I have index cards, of course, and I was looking at those and sketching out a sort of plot grid, just so I can see everything in one small space. I had so anyway, I was working on that some, and that is pretty much it. Checked on the chat. I had some more folks come in, like let's see. This is my friend Stephanie Kunkel of Rebel Dream Lab. It's nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. I keep looking at the screen in the middle of the screen because I'm so used to doing with this with the laptop. I have to focus on the camera. So yeah, as I'm not using my my laptop at the moment. Also, we've got Andy. Andy popped in before going to bed. Although if you're still here, have a good night's sleep. It's a good beauty routine. Yes, Stephanie, this is Andy. I do believe Andy was on that one stream you and I did last fall. Let's see. Rebel Dream Lab, aka Stephanie, was just focusing on writing. Really going to focus on writing for the next few days. Thank you for your comments about my shelves. Thank you very much. A friend of mine gave them to me when she was moving, and I really fell in love with them. They're real wood, and they're very strong. And so I'm looking forward to adding more to the shelves. I was very grateful to have a bit more shelving in here, as I don't have a lot of space. So going vertical was very helpful. Oh boy, Angelique! Wow, I'm starting to try and import my current whip. Oh, congratulations! And working and getting, and you were working on Scrivener, correct? Going back through the comments. Yes, that was you. Yes, it's at getting distracted by another chat. Actually, I've gotten distracted. I've gotten completely distracted by something because you'll be in Port Charlotte. We'll be at the Books and Arts Festival in Port Charlotte next Saturday. Next Saturday, I'll be in Temple Terrace in Tampa. Actually, I will be doing a night market at the usual place where I do my where I participate in markets. Um, that said, I did apply to be a vendor at the Tarpon Springs Book Festival. I didn't get it, but maybe next year we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I am attending anyway. So yeah, looking forward to that. I have several friends who will be vendors. Um, the 18th. Yeah, I know what you mean. The 18th. Gotcha. Yeah, next Saturday. That's what I'll be doing. So I'll be selling my art, and I was doing a little brainstorming on that earlier today. Um, I want to try sketching. I sort of began a sketch using uh, using a Pitt artist pen um, with to basically drawing well lights, drawing like hanging, Edison lights, I guess they're called. So yeah, since I have something kind of like that actually, so that I've used for another one of those night markets. So um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. That was a lot of fun when I did that a couple of years ago. So Angelique survived the tutorial, yay! Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say that's what I started to say. Yeah, it's still Port Charlotte, Northport. That's like the Sarasota area. Um, my husband spent some of his growing up years in that area. Yeah, I mean it's closer than it's closer than, and it sounds like it's the same day, unfortunately, or otherwise maybe we could have met up, but uh, yeah, darn it, man. Eventually, we'll meet up. And that was so weird about that year. What was that, 23, when I was at the, I was going to say Oldsmar, Orlando reads books when Adrian went. And then I just missed you. Yeah, that was weird. Anyway, one of these days, I got to have a meetup with some writer friends. Um, I started attending an editors group through the Editorial Freelance Association. Um, Basically, it's the Florida chapter, and we'd all been trying to do this for quite some time. But anyway, so we were talking about having a meetup, like maybe over the summer or something. But I would like to. I really would like to. If I'm not able to do a proper meetup, then I would definitely like to maybe run by the area of some folks, because I am supposed to be going to my niece's wedding, who lives in North Carolina, in the fall. So maybe on the way or something. It's not that far away. I mean, really, you're only about what, 3.5 hours away, give or take. Could be 4 sometimes. Depends on how fast you drive. Well, the way my husband drives. Yeah, we'll get to meet eventually. That was crazy. That was, I didn't, he like tried to point you out to me, and I'm like, I don't see her. Yeah. But anyway, yes, we will meet. We will meet eventually. I yeah, I would like to meet some folks that I've been wanting to meet for quite some time that I know through AuthorTube or whatever, um, AuthorTube or some editing friends of mine. Um, yes, got to do that one of these days. Well, it is 10 o'clock at night, and I think I thought about doing a wrap up sprint. It'd have to be pretty short. um, I think I need to probably end this no later than 10:30 because I am getting tired, getting kind of tired. So, but I don't mind going till 10:30. But that would be the latest, I think, because I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy about Miranda reads books, but I kind of want to look through these in a way, again in a way. Go through my index cards. Um, that might be a segue that into actually my Substack publication. The text publication is called the index card because it seemed to be a recurring theme in my life between using index cards for most of my life, for most of my writing, to things like realizing that my best-selling bookmarks, literally, ironically, it was not on purpose, I swear, are that size. They are exactly um, um, 3 by 4. I mean 3 by 5. Excuse me. What? They're exactly 3 by 5, the size of a standard index card. It's fine. So, oh, is this about the on the way up, possibly? On the way up north, north of here. Uh, yeah, you're usually in bed by now. Mm-hmm. At the fair, that's nice. Yeah, I would if my son was driving and he was going to the fair with friends, I would be on pins and needles. Um, but I'm not quite sure if he'll drive. But anyway, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and mute myself, and let's just have a little wrap up sprint, and I'll end at 10:30. How does that sound? Oh, by the way, the Easter Bunny came, but not really. Those of you who've followed me here for some time probably recognize this bunny slash rabbit. Rabbit being the general term, actually. Yeah, I bet that's why you're both still up. Yeah. Yeah, I would be. I would be for sure. Okay. Um, I'm gonna do. Yes, I will do that wrap up sprint, and so I will be back at 30 minutes after the hour. Pins and needles and all. Okay. apologies. I was doing a few things. Um, I was grabbing a link to pop in the chat. But I would go ahead and pop in the link to the stream I'm hosting next Thursday. Um, was ending up being the first episode of my podcast, the new season, second season of my podcast. Granted, it's been renamed to the SFF News and Interviews podcast. So there is the a link to the first episode. So if in case anybody's interested in that, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this season. I've got some really cool folks lined up, and I'm really excited to share their experiences and their passions, what their focuses are with their writing. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And it would be nice if you could watch and all the things. I hope you like this quick pop-up sprint. Liking and all of the things help my channel, and they also help you, of course, because you'll get notified especially if you you will excuse me, you will get notified if you ring the notification bell. So, all right, well, I'm going to let everybody go, and I will see everybody later. Definitely next Thursday night, I'm planning on, and who knows, I might end up doing some pop-ups on random Tuesdays, as well as some Thursdays that I'm not streaming. So that's a general plan, and we'll see how that goes. I was able to really look at the structure of the guide portion of my nonfiction book. So I was grateful to have a little bit of time to look at that, so that I can finish my edits. And like I said earlier, I would love to have everything ready to go to publish. Looking at KDP, this is the simple version of KDP, because this is very short. It's a very short book. Again, thank you for watching, everybody, live on the replay and all the things. Oh, that's wonderful. You're welcome. Thank you very much for the sprint. Made great progress in Scrivener. Time to put it to bed for the night. Yes, same here. That's great. Yeah, I really found Scrivener to be very helpful when I was working on my novel, which I will get back to eventually. For now, I'm going to get this little book put to bed, as we used to say in the journalism biz, and then I can maybe move on to some more creative types of writing, using my research that I have been going back to for this. So yeah, getting excited about the prospect of publishing it. Again, it's called the Fairy Glossary and Guide for Writers. It's getting towards the half and half mark, where the guide has grown almost to the point of being almost equal to the amount of the glossary itself. Yeah, maybe not quite, but anyway, it's instead of being like a quarter of that, it's more like a third-ish, something like that. So at least it will be when everything's all said and done. So. All right, well, thank you all for watching, and you are welcome, Angelique. So I guess I'll say goodnight. So good night, everybody.